Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with finally a pick a card reading. It's been a minute since I've actually sat with you guys and did a pick a card reading for all of you. So if you're new here, welcome. We do celebrity readings, monthly horoscopes, and readings like this one. So if you're interested in just seeing what these messages have in store for you, then please keep on watching. To be honest, I don't even have a title for this. I just feel like this is just going to be an energy check-in. And based on the group that you choose, there's probably a message for you. Now, let me just start off with the disclaimers. So keep in mind, guys, that you can definitely pick more than one group because sometimes a crystal may resonate with you, but a pile number could resonate with you as well. So it's okay to pick more than one group. Also, when you are picking groups, take your time with it. Take deep breaths and center yourself. Do this at least 3 to 4 times so you can just ground yourself and know what is speaking to you and what isn't. And sometimes you may pick a group, but then some things don't resonate. It's okay to start over and pick another group, okay? So just have to get that out the way. And this is just going to be an energy check-in from your spirit guides and your ancestors. And I was called to do this, so here we are. So let's begin. Let's begin with group number. Oh, wait. Before I even start, we got to talk about the groups. So we have group 1, group 2, and then we have group 3. So group 1 is the Mulakite. Isn't this so pretty? It's the Mulakite crystal. It's a very grounding crystal, a lot of grounding energy. Yes. The next crystal that we have, of course, is the rose quartz, which represents unconditional love. And then we have the moss agate, which talks about balance, opening up your heart chakra and grounding energy and calmness. If you chose this one. Yes. So take your time choosing which group speaks to you. And let's begin. This group is for you. If you have chosen group number 1, you have chosen the Mulakite. We're going to see the messages that are coming in for you from your spirit guides and your ancestors. We're also going to be tapping into the Akashic records. We already have a few cards, but don't worry, we are going to shuffle. So the first 2 cards that come out from the Akashic records, we have the 7 of Keys, the Ascent. I hope I said that right. And then we also have 7 of Keys, and then 17, the Lookout. Look at the illustration of that. Sorry about the lighting, guys. See that? The Lookout. Okay. Interesting. Archangel Michael messages. We have shield yourself. Okay. We also have you're on the right path from Archangel Michael. Okay. A butterfly message is spiritual growth. Heart chakra message is move, and then outside influence, refusing to see. So let's dive in and talk about this, guys. I received the 7 of Keys and the Lookout. I want to focus on these 2 messages here. If you chose group number 1, I am feeling a lot of fire energy here. So if you could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You could also just be someone that wants change. You don't have to necessarily be a fire sign. There's this vibe here of you are ready to start over. And you're determined to do this. Because we don't know the story that he went through to get on top of the mountain. And I feel like that's your story, group number 1. People don't know exactly what you've been through to get to where you're at. So now that you're here, or now that you're about to reach your goal, you know now what you want. So a lot of you could be contemplating on moving. A lot of you could be wanting to move on from a relationship. You want to move on from a job. A lot of you could also be quitting your jobs. A lot of you feel like you're quitting your jobs if you chose group number 1 because you haven't been happy. You haven't been feeling grounded and secure with yourself because you're not really doing things that speak to you. So now you're in this space of, I'm willing to take this chance. I'm willing to do what I have to do, because then you have the lookout card right here, and it's showing a boat that's burning. But if you look at the illustration, there's a man who's on this boat, and I'll try to bring the card a little bit closer, but the man on this boat, he's still sailing on despite the fires, despite the turbulent oceans, despite what he's facing. He is so determined to move on, because where he's at, or what he's a part of, it's no longer resonating with him. It's like the vibe that I'm getting, I hate to be graphic, but it feels like you're in a car and somebody's driving 100 miles an hour. You can't take it anymore, so you open the car, you jump out. That's how much you are willing to get out of this situation. You're willing to not only leave, but you're also protecting yourself, and you feel that you're doing this. So group number one, what are you breaking away from? What are you, I wouldn't say you're running from anything, because you're not running. You're not running from any of this, but you're definitely saying enough. You're definitely pulling away from whatever that this could be. What could that be for you, group number one? For a lot of you, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be how you are thinking, it could be a number of things, because remember, we're reading for a big group of people right now, and I hope some of these messages are speaking with a lot of you. But then the number 7 speaks about knowing, so you're also intuitively, and then you got the number 7 here with the move card. You know that it's time. You know that it's time for you to make this change. For some of you, it doesn't even feel very crazy. It just feels like maybe you've been sleeping on yourself, and it's time to remind yourself and the world who you are, what you have to offer, and how talented, gifted, and amazing that you are. But maybe you hold it back because you just don't want to look stupid, or you don't want to fail. But I see that you guys are boldly taking chances and taking risks and making things happen. You're shaking it up. But Archangel Michael is coming through for you all, saying that it's important for you to shield yourself and protect your energy and to protect you right now. The prayer message is saying, I ask that you protect me, my loved ones, and my vehicle and my home with your powerful shield. Surround us in your purple light, which allows only pure love to penetrate. Please stay with me day and night and keep my loved ones safe. So that's interesting how something about your reading, group number one, it feels like you're leaving a very bad situation. It just feels like you're leaving something that was just not good for you anymore. And you're not looking back. I don't see anything in your reading where you're second guessing yourself, or you know you're going to go back to this person or this situation or this job or this neighborhood or whatever. You're done. It looks like you are ready. And I feel that you're making moves to make this happen. And you're also determined to make this a thing for you. Now, because I see this determination being a thing in your energy, group number one, this is a very beautiful time to start applying for jobs, to start looking for other work, to start joining seminars, webinars, taking licensing classes, going back to school. It just feels like you're getting control of your life, because it's been out of control, not because of you, but because maybe of the people that you were allowing in your life that was creating a lot of emotional upheaval, or you were just doing a job or fitting into this mold that wasn't really making you happy. And I was reading an article about a lot of people are quitting their jobs. A lot of people are leaving the workforce. They're leaving corporate America. This is more than likely a thing for you. And with Pisces in the sign of, with Jupiter entering Pisces, that's creating your dreams can come true. Jupiter amplifies everything, and it's a lucky planet. Pisces is about imagination and bringing things to life. So when you merge those two together, it creates miracles. So I feel that group number one, whatever action that you need to take, that you know that you have to take, this is the time to do it. You have the green light by spirit. You have the green light by your ancestors to make this choice. Now keep in mind, group number one, when you make this choice, you cannot worry about how everybody else is going to feel about it. You cannot worry about what they want. You have been doing that long enough, and it's been creating nothing but, things that are just not making you happy, group number one. And that's not what you need. Now, I'm going to read the meaning of the 7 of Keys in an upright position. It says, this card shows that with great effort and determination, you can apply yourself to your goals for assured success. Though there may be some risk involved, you can reach the top There could be a promotion, like I said, or an advance to a much higher position coming in. So understand, however, that it isn't just luck or external influences, but your own hard work and application that brings you the achievements that you seek. So keep your efforts strong. Instead of being passed by, you will climb to higher heights. I have a feeling that you guys are about to make things happen. You guys are about to make miracles come true. You guys are about to really show the world who you are and what you're capable of. Now, we have the lookout card, which is just so symbolic to me because, again, you know that there is chaos. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that's happening here. But nevertheless, you are still taking the chance of going forward despite the chaos. Look, the man is on the boat. He's still looking forward despite the fires and everything that he sees around him. He's like, I don't care. I'm going to get on shore. I'm going to get on land. I'm going to make this happen because I am protected. I don't care what's happening around me. I don't care how it looks. I'm protected. And you are protected. You are so protected. And some of you, I feel like some of you even abruptly left your home. Like I just keep feeling this vibe for group number one that you just left one day for some of you. Or you're thinking about leaving. And if you're not leaving your home, you're definitely just randomly going on a vacation. You're definitely just, you're doing something randomly, impulsively, because your soul is like, I'm ready to jump out. I'm ready to come out. I'm ready to live my truth. I'm ready to do what I want to do. I'm tired of this. I feel tied down. And you know what? I don't care how it looks or how it sounds. The fire around this, the fire on the boat, is not necessarily destruction coming your way. It's how people will receive your newfound power to step into the things that you want to do. And you're not worried about that. You're not worried about the flames, the fire, because God said that you are protected. You can't get burned. You can't. You are protected to continue to move forward and do what is best for you, group number one. And it's interesting that you chose the Mulakite. I just got this crystal, so forgive me, but it's a grounding crystal. It's very healing, it's very grounding, and it stabilizes you. Lately, you haven't been feeling stable, you haven't been feeling secure. Maybe even your money is not where it needs to be. And in the past, you were refusing to see the issues. You were refusing to see that this was a problem. But now you're fixing it, you're rectifying it, you're making it work for you. Now the message for the lookout, it is saying this card tells you to be on the lookout. There is a challenging situation, or perhaps you are in a challenging situation right now, and you are being called to move forward from this. It's saying that you could experience a sudden fall or a loss of your position, but if you are aware, you can make a backup plan that will have you ride through this difficult time a little bit more easily. This phase may be temporary, but it's important you keep your balance. Your strength will carry you through a better time and a better outcome. So interesting enough, like I said, I just feel that something shook up group number one. Something happened with group number one. If it's not with your physical, if it's not about your home, it's definitely about something within you that you are no longer accepting or tolerating. Because guess what? You have spiritually outgrown the situation. You have transformed out of this. And then you are on the right path. So even if you feel like you're lost, it's kind of like, I ran away from home, I'm lost. You're not lost, you're on the right path. You did what needed to be done. You listened to your soul. You listened to your inner being. You listened to your ancestors. And they're proud of you right now. They're proud of you for taking this risk. That isn't really necessarily a risk. It's what's necessary. It may not make sense right now. And as a matter of fact, as I'm saying that, I feel a lot of your fear. The fear of, what if I'm not able to make ends meet? Or what if I'm not able to have this? Or what if I'm going to be single forever because I've been with this person for so long? What if it's never going to happen for me? Group number one, the fact that you jumped off of a burning ship, you weren't thinking about if you were never going to have what you had before. You were thinking about, if I jump out of this boat and something happens to me, at least I knew that I got out of it. You have to remember, group number one, you jumped out knowing that there may not be another way, but you felt that was better than being in what you're in right now. And that says a lot. So rather than worrying about what you're losing, focus on the fact that you jumped out of something because there was nothing for you to gain wherever that you were at. You jumped out because if it was worth it for you, you would have never jumped out, flames and all. You would have never left. You would have never felt the need to elevate yourself if you were comfortable with where you were at. So now that you jumped out, you can't sink. You got to swim. You have to swim. You jumped overboard. And your angels are saying, we are shielding you right now. We are protecting you. You are actually on the right path. You are on your spiritual growth and you are moving forward. That's your message so far. So I want to pull some tarot cards and just see. I'm thinking the Rider-Waite is appropriate. I want to pull some tarot cards for group number 1. Let's focus. Group number 1. What are some more messages coming in for group number 1 that they need to hear for their highest good and protection? Okay, group number 1. Am I making this up? No. 8 of Cups. You're leaving. You are leaving this behind. You know that it's time. You know that you have to. You know that it's necessary, group number 1. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is symbolic to the 7 of Keys. This is very symbolic to the 7 of Keys, because the Knight of Pentacles talks about working towards your goals no matter how long it takes, and this is what you are doing. As a matter of fact, as you walk away from something, you're getting another opportunity, group number 1. So I feel like when one door is closing, another door is opening in front of you, but it took you to walk away to experience your Knight of Pentacles. It will be gradual. It won't happen overnight, but I believe because you received this Pentacles card, the Knight of Pentacles, you're willing to put in the work. You're willing to not make as much, or you're willing to you're willing to stretch things out for as long as you need to if it means that you have a peace of mind. And I feel like that matters to you more than whatever it is that you have or what you don't have or whatever. Group number 1, you're giving me the vibe of if you had to sleep in the car, God forbid, that may even be somebody's situation, and I'm praying for you. But some of you is kind of like, yeah, I'm sleeping out of my car right now, but I have so much peace in this damn car. You have no idea. That's the vibe that I'm getting. You guys are like, I will sleep on the couch if I have to. I will sleep on the floor. I cannot be here. I cannot do this anymore. Or I cannot allow this. Or I cannot be in this energy. I cannot continue this on. The Justice card, the 7 of Pentacles. So I like that the 7 of Pentacles is here because now you're thinking about your money. You're thinking about where you're going. So this just feels like you guys just kind of shook things up. And now you're like, oh shit, what have I done? You done what you had to do. You did what had to be done. That's what you did. Now, don't be scared now. You can't go back now. You cannot go back now, group number 1. Now you have to plan. Okay? You have to plan. You took that leap of faith. You did that. I'm proud of you. So now you work towards it. And your angels are telling me that you are going to be shielded and protected. There's going to be someone that comes in to help you. And I don't feel like you guys like asking for help, group number 1. Now, this doesn't mean that money is bad. For a lot of you, money could be very great, but maybe you're leaving your $1 million career to have an Etsy shop and you make your own products and you have to start from the ground up. It doesn't have to be extreme, but the energy, it feels extreme. It feels like I've been doing this for so long and I'm ready to not do this shit anymore. What are you releasing, group number 1? What are you letting go of that's so scary for you? Or what did you let go of that has been very scary but has been liberating? That says a lot. I'm even sensing some of you, I do not replace the advice of a medical physician or a lawyer, but some of you even stopped taking medication. Some of you, it's like, I don't know why I'm hearing fertility. I'm hearing fertility. Some of you stopped taking something because it's like it wasn't helping you, it was harming you. It's like some of you guys just allowed your body to breathe because you're tired. I'm sensing that. I'm sensing that some of you are tired of doing something because you're told that you have to do it. So it's like you're pausing everything. Even if you're on a weight loss journey, you're pausing that too. You're just eating what you want to eat. You're not being gluttonous, but you're just eating. You're not overthinking. If you're not counting calories, you're just enjoying what you're eating. You know, or if you were someone that was eating a lot, you're not eating as much because you know that you don't have to. There's just something that you're not doing, you're not putting in your body, or you're not putting yourself through anymore because it wasn't good for you, or it was becoming a bad habit. That's what I'm sensing for group number 1. It's interesting because you guys chose the most grounding crystal of the group, and this group needs to feel grounded, secured, protected. Group number 1. There's a happy ending here. I'm not worried about you, group number 1, and you shouldn't be worried about you either. I feel like some of you are worried, but then some of you just know. And as a matter of fact, you're going to have your options. You're going to be able to choose when you're going to work, how you're going to work, the money you're going to make. You're ready. You're ready to take on this chance, okay? You're ready. You're being precise. You're being direct. You've manifested this. And what I love about your reading is that the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, you have choices. You're not just doomed to one reality. You have choices. You have options. So remember that. You have options, even if it feels like you don't. Group number 1. How will 2022 be for group number 1? Just a simple card. A lot of hard work. 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands, but a lot of action. You're ready to work. You're ready to change it up. You're ready. You are ready by any means. King of Wands. You got a lot of wands, a lot of fiery energy. There's some sadness here, though. You didn't want things to go down this way, but it had to. Okay? It had to. So remember that there is a reason why you are doing this, group number 1. The Judgment card. The 7 of Pentacles. Now, whatever that you ran away from, or whoever that you ran away from, or whatever that you ended, they're still watching, they're still peeping, they're still trying to see what you're doing, but continue to protect your energy. Group number 1, continue to grow. Know that you're going to stand in your confidence. Group number 1, I love you guys so much, and you guys are so strong. You guys are so brave. So congratulations on ending a vicious cycle. Congratulations for just saying enough. You should be very proud of yourself, and I feel like we don't celebrate getting out of a bad situation enough. We only celebrate marriage and babies, but we don't celebrate leaving toxic situations or leaving toxic jobs. Congratulations, and that's no sarcasm, like for real. Congratulations on choosing your mental peace. And I know it's going to be hard, group number 1. I know there's a lot expected of you, but when I tell you that Archangel Michael, your angels are saying you are going to be okay, we will make sure of it. You'll be more than okay. You will be abundant in 2022. Don't worry about all that other stuff. Don't worry about it. But at the same time, plan towards what you're going to do. Keep the promises you made to yourself. And that's what you have to do going forward for your 2022 to be balanced. What you just did. You just shook the table up because shit was not balanced. 2022 is going to be about that. You will be challenged in 2022, but you're going to conquer every single thing. You're going to be okay. So you guys are my soldiers of the groups. I love you guys, and that's all that I have. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. How did you feel about this reading if you chose group number 1, and I would love to hear your story. Anyways, I love you guys. We're going to get on to group number 2. Mwah. Bye, guys. Crystal, this energy check-in message is divinely for you. So heads up, this is not the original rose quartz that you guys chose. My cat jumped on the counter and I had to stop filming. He tossed the crystal somewhere playing soccer with it, and I don't know where it went. So luckily I had a spare one. It came from the same batch, so I do apologize, but I guess that's a message in itself, because whenever my cats jump in, I have my sister's cat Cookie, and then I have my lovely Marco. So whenever Marco or Cookie kind of gravitates to a crystal or a stone that I have, I take that as a sign, and I'll try to tie in what that means, because he definitely did something in regards to hiding the rose quartz. And I find that interesting that you guys chose rose quartz as your message, right? You chose rose quartz as your message because definitely the rose quartz symbolizes unconditional love, and matters of the heart. And it operates the heart chakra as well. But Marco, his badass, he basically tossed the crystal somewhere and he hid it. And I have a feeling where it is, but it's too far away and I have to like, it will take me a while to get the crystal. But I feel like that actually is a message for you guys. Are you hiding your heart? Are you protecting and restoring and keeping your heart somewhere safe? Because maybe you felt that you were too much out in the open with your feelings, or maybe you're scared, or I just got that vibe. There's always a reason for everything happening during readings, and I pay attention to that. So these are the cards that I pulled for group number 2. We're going to be reading an Akashic message because we're using the Akashic Oracle, and we have one scroll on track. So that's your first message that comes through. We're going to put the selenite up here. Okay. We have the Akashic Field, 1 forces. Okay, that's interesting. It feels so weird not having my long nails, by the way. I'm just taking like a little break, but I'm enjoying the short nails right now. Ooh, we have Eternal Love. That shows up for group number 2. So interesting enough, a love message comes up for group number 2, being that you guys, of course, chose the rose quartz, which is one of my favorite crystals to work with. Oh, I think that's too up. That's too far up. Okay, sorry. Okay. Next card, Archangel Michael message, another Archangel Michael message. Lean on God and the angels for support. Okay. Let's see what else. A butterfly message, the end of an era. So let's see, the end of an era. Oracle message, we have listen. This is a message that's coming through from the Heart Chakra Oracle. Okay, and lastly, what is the last card? Outside influence. Oh my God, we have the heart chakra. So it's crazy how I kept mentioning the heart chakra. Cookie then threw the crystal away somewhere that represents the heart. So maybe you threw your heart somewhere safe because you don't feel safe to express your feelings or express yourself and whatever that's happening. And you know what? We are in the year 2022, and everybody's been saying 2022 is the year of balance. And granted, the last reading that I did on the channel back in September 2021, I was saying how 2022 is going to be the year of balance. So it's just crazy how everybody's saying that now, and that is the message. And I'm happy that everybody is energetically on the same page with that. So what I'm seeing for you, we have on track. And as I see that, there is a man in the first illustration. He is waiting for the train to come through. And you see all of the signs that are waiting for him. You see all of the signs that are there. Should he go left? Should he go right? And then right here, you see 2 chairs. So I want to show you guys the illustration of this card and what I am picking up on intuitively if you chose this group. Now, if you notice, there's 2 chairs. There are literally 2 chairs, and then there's arrows. And for me, that represents your love life, actually. And it's crazy how for group number 2, your love life could actually be a focus, but we're going to talk about, of course, other things because this is an energy check-in. But I feel that your love life is literally right here. It's very in my face right now. It's very present because a decision has to be made. Because it seems like maybe it's like you're being stagnant about something, or you're in something that's not really giving you a lot of clarity, or you could be in a space where a decision has to be made. Whether you're choosing between 2 people, you're choosing to open yourself up, you're choosing to take a step further in, dating and putting yourself out there. I see that with the man that's standing here waiting for the train, he's ready. He's ready to go, or he's ready to make those necessary changes for himself. And then we have the Akashic Field. For me, this is speaking about intuitively, you guys are going to be getting a lot of messages from God. So for 2022, the beginning of 2022, it feels like you're making decisions surrounding your emotional happiness and well-being. You're doing everything that you can, because throwing your heart away or hiding or not facing your fears, it hasn't been working out for you. It actually has been making you feel very uneasy or not sure of yourself. So there's a vibe here of, I'm traveling alone. It's like that vibe of I'm traveling alone for the first time and I'm scared. I don't know what to expect, and I hope I'm safe. Right? I hope that I'm making the right choice. But you have spirit that's coming through saying, we are giving you a lot of protection right now, and you are going to be okay in regards to starting this new beginning for yourself. So then I have Eternal Love. The prayer under eternal love is help me receive all the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving and expressing and giving love. So group number 2, a lot of you have hid in your heart or threw it away like my cat did with the rose quartz, right? A lot of you have just said, nope, I don't want to deal with it. Nope, I don't want to handle it. Nope, I don't want to acknowledge it. A lot of you did that because it's fear. It's fear of things going wrong. It's fear of your love not being reciprocated. It's fear of trusting and then the trust is broken. There's a lot of fear here, but you know what? I also see that a lot of you have the courage to face these fears, because I will say, I am picking up on nervousness. You guys could even be speaking to someone that makes you nervous, that makes you like, oh my God, this actually feels like something good. I hope I don't do X, Y, and Z. And don't think that way, group number 2. Don't ruin something before it even starts. Please don't put too much pressure on this person. You may even chase this person away if you do have someone that you have been speaking to. Take your time and be very gentle with yourself. And if a lot of you have been setting the intention to meet someone this year, to have better friends, better connections, better people that understands your love languages and how to love you and you love them back in return, I feel that this is going to be a beautiful time, especially in the month of January where it's still winter, it's still very cold, we're still going very inward. This is going to be a very beautiful time to just kind of go about how you want to go about things. And I'm also seeing group number 2, you could be journaling, you could be writing things down, you could be reading a lot of books. There's definitely a vibe here of, I want to choose better, I want to make better choices, I want to make sure that if I do open myself up, I am not, falling into the wayside because last year, maybe I didn't make the best decisions. The past 3 years, maybe I didn't make the best choices. Maybe I rushed into things. So when I feel that something is coming for me that's good, I throw it away, or I say that, no, it's not for me. No, you probably got the wrong address. And Spirit's saying, no, we have the right address. This is your person, or this is your opportunity, or this is your time. We didn't mess up. We didn't make any mistakes. So group number 2, you are going to actually be challenged to not ruin things before they start. Like, that's the message that's coming through so strongly. Okay. And when it comes to business, when it comes to career, when it comes to just elevating yourself, again, you got the Akashic fields. And whenever you see the aurora lights, I believe that's what it's called, the northern lights. It's called the northern lights. Whenever you see them in the sky, you stop and stare because it's beautiful. I feel like a lot of people have never seen it before, but if you have, leave a comment down below. What was it like to see the northern lights? That must have been beautiful. But whenever you see something so beautiful like that, all of us are going to stop and stare and marvel at the wonders and the mysteries of God and just how God created this planet. And we could do a better job taking care of this planet, but nevertheless, we see a lot of God's wonders and magnificence when we see the northern lights. And I feel like that's a message that's coming through for your career and your elevation. It's more so like you're going to be amazed by everything that you accomplish. You're going to stop and stare and say, wow, this is beautiful. So for 2022, you're definitely putting your best foot forward. Because group number 1 was talking more so about running away and getting away and banishing negativity altogether. Whereas group number 2, it feels like you have already did that, or you're working towards that, but your main focus is to bring love back into your life and to also be proud of yourself and to celebrate yourself more and to look at all that you've done with, wow, that's very beautiful. Wow, that's pretty amazing. So I love that this message is coming through for you. And the fact that you received the number 1 on both of the Akashic Records card, the number 1 speaks about a fresh start. Just like the number 0 is new beginnings. I believe that number 1 is like the first step. You're taking the first step towards these things, because guess what? It's the end of an era. It's the end of a cycle that was not working for you. It's the end of something that wasn't representing who you are. Now, another thing that's showing up for group number 2, I'm seeing that a lot of you, if this is not about your love life, the heart chakra is here because you are falling deeper in love with yourself, or you are beginning to love yourself the way that you need to. And I love this for you. I love that this is a message that's coming through so strongly for group number 2, because maybe with this pile, you guys are very hard on yourselves, not really being proud of the things that you have accomplished, the things that you have achieved. And group number 2, you're being called to lean on God, okay? and ask your angels for support, and try not to lean on your own insecurities or lean on your own understandings. I saw this funny TikTok not too long ago. It was so funny, and he's just so funny and just so vibrant and so wild, and I love bumping into certain TikToks where people are just so expressive. I'm not the best TikToker. I am on TikTok. I think I have like 500 like or so followers or something. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I have all of my links and everything down below if you want to catch up with me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But I saw something that he said. It was funny. Some of his jokes, it may rub people the wrong way, and then there's a lot of his jokes that are really, really funny because he has a dark sense of humor. And one thing that he said, hey, do not let your mental like be in control of you, okay? Do not let mental illness or just you be so negative on yourself. You know what I do when I start to do that? I put a wig on my oppressor, and see, it's so funny now. And when I saw that, I just bust out laughing because I feel like that's the thing. We are actually sometimes our worst critic, and we can be our own worst enemy. So his joke was more so like, just put a wig on yourself and laugh at your oppressor. And it's like, oh shit, am I oppressing myself? Am I being hard on myself? Am I being so self-critical of myself because this is not operating from my heart space? This is not operating from my heart chakra. But if I throw on a clown wig or a rainbow wig or something and I just laugh at that, I'm laughing at the very person that's bringing me down, and that's myself. That's pretty deep. And even though that was a joke, there's a lot of deepness there that I gathered from that. I forgot his name on TikTok. I'm gonna try to I'll probably leave a comment in the comment section so you guys can find his TikTok and everything. But I had to say that because I feel that ties in. We can be so hard on ourselves, and this blocks eternal love. This blocks our person. This blocks everything because we overthink, we project, we do things that kind of forces a positive reality or a positive outcome. And because I feel that a lot of us, and especially in this pile, we've made that mistake of putting too much on someone, or maybe someone was putting too much on you. You threw your heart away. You hid it because it's like, nope, I don't want to get hurt, or I don't want to give my all, and I don't want to trust. I'm not sure if you're about to harm me in any way, shape, or form. So again, we have the One of Scrolls. This man, he's waiting on this train because he does want a fresh start. He does want a new beginning. But we have the Two Chairs, and we have these arrows making choices on how you're going to go about it. We have being in awe of all that you're going to accomplish this year in 2022, which is beautiful. We have eternal love, which is pray for love and safety during this time, because I know that it's just hard for you guys to move with your heart on your sleeve. Yes, wear your heart on your sleeve, but again, have discernment, keep it in prayer, and lean on God's understanding. You have support is from your angels, and then you have the end of an era, the end of speaking bad about yourself. And Spirit is also saying to listen to what people are saying, listen to what people are not saying. It's the message that's coming from your spirit guide. So I want to read the two Akashic message from the guidebook that's here. Normally, I just go off of energy like I just did in this reading now, but I do like reading the message, and I've just been getting into reading it because sometimes it just ties into what we were talking about. So the first message is the One of Scrolls. So let's see what the One of Scrolls says. So the One of Scrolls, it says right here, though travel or move can be indicated by this card, the meaning is often about your choices and directions. So we were on the right track. Intuitively, we were on the right track with the messages coming in. It says you may have been about taking a certain track in your life with regard to a project, a relationship, a career, a directive, or even a location. But now it's time to decide. If you're not quite as assured if you'd like to be, then the engine is smoking. This is a direction that compels you. So get on board. You will not falter. You are protected in the decision that you're making to get on board, to board the train, for it to drive to the destination that you have to be in. But make those necessary choices for yourself, group number 2, because I feel that the choice that you make is going to lead you to better connections, better friendships, better opportunities, and dare I say, love. Love in all forms. It doesn't even have to be a relationship. It can be your friends. It can be the love of a career. It can be the love of what you're beginning. So I love that for you. So it feels like group number 2 has already experienced the energy of group number 1. You jumped out, which was group number 1, and now you're ready to make these choices. Where do I go? What Spirit is showing me is someone with a backpack on, and they're walking and they're at a crossroad. So number 2, group number 2, are you making decisions? Because even with that was the post guy. I don't know why he's on the phone talking so loud, but I guess he left something at the door. But even with the number 2 is cross decisions, is making a choice, left or right, up or down. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are at a crossroads. So we're going to pull some more tarot messages on the right decision to make in regards to what you have to do. We're going to just pull some more messages, but we definitely listen to yourself. Now we have one of forces. I'm going to read the message. It says, receiving this card upright tells you that amazing opportunities are abound at this time. You can increase and accelerate the experience by opening the doors to the Akashic records. Your life energy resonates with the universal synchronicity now, so you can explore the records and receive exactly the information that you need and the energy that can help. Engage in the pursuit with a conscious focus. Write your intentions and ask for inspiration. Meditate on the Akashic field and visualize your goals. The universe is ready and willing to align with your heartfelt desires, and now is the time to make the decisions and the choices that are coming in for you. So we're not off key, we're not off track with the messages coming in. So now I want to intuitively pull some tarot cards. I feel like the Rider-Waite deck is straight to the point and what we need right now energetically. So group number 2, what are the messages coming in for group number 2? Divine God, thank you so much for being present during this time for us to receive these messages. What are the messages coming in for group number 2 for their year to come? What is the energy that's here? Connecting with your ancestors and spirit guides to tap in. Oh yeah, a lot of you are making decisions. A lot of you are making decisions. A lot of you are making decisions on, now that I left, or now that I removed myself, or now that I walked away, what's next? Where do I go? Okay, we have the 4 of Wands, celebration. You have a lot to celebrate. So they're saying what you choose to do is actually going to bring in a lot of happiness, a lot of celebration. So you have the green light to make this decision. A lot of you are also going to be traveling this year. You guys are going to be seeing new things. You guys are going to be making decisions for your elevation and growth, whatever that means. And I love that for you guys. I love this message for you guys. Celebration is on the horizon for group number 2. So we also receive we received the Page of Cups. This the Devil card did try to jump up the deck. I'm gonna pull a message for that. We're gonna put that to the side. We have the Star card, having hope, and then lastly we have the Ace of Cups. So again, your messages are saying you have nothing to be scared of. You have nothing to fear. You have nothing to worry about. So your song, the songs that I'm hearing for just this whole video, the songs that you guys have to listen to, I'm hearing 3 Little Birds from Bob Marley. I literally just posted this on my social media with the pick a card, or no, the daily message of the day. I do offer those messages on my Instagram page, and that's the song that I heard clairaudiently, and this is the song that I'm hearing again in group number 2. So listen to Bob Marley, 3 Little Birds. So don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing, it's gonna be all right. Like, for real, it's gonna be okay, because you guys literally got cards saying that it's gonna be okay. And with the Page of Cups here, try to see things from a different perspective. Try to see things in a different way. You're receiving love, you're receiving opportunities, you're receiving friendship. So how about you open up yourself and just be in the space of receiving group number 2. Not everything is a direct attack. And I feel like the Devil card showed up in your reading and he jumped out, because this is actually your fears. These are your insecurities. These are your, I hate to say it, but these are the toxic patterns that you're doing that you feel is protecting you. Like, you're in this cycle, or you do the things that you do that's probably not in a good space, in a way of protecting your heart. That's really what this is about. You kind of lean into your shadow side a little bit more to protect the light that's within you. And I understand that. But Spirit is saying, try not to be in this energy too much, because there's nothing wrong with having self-perseverance. There's nothing wrong with looking out for you, because the Devil card talks about indulgence and looking out for you and doing what's best for you. But sometimes it can be a bit too much, right? It can be too much where now you're missing out on opportunities. You could be assuming somebody's behavior, where you are being called to actually just go with the flow. Go with the flow, and please do your best to not be in your head so much, group number 2. I feel like you're in your head a little bit with this connection, with this opportunity, with yourself, and Spirit is saying you do not have to be in that energy. You got the Temperance, so the Temperance normally comes after the Tower, I believe. So I believe that balance is going to be a vibe for you as well. So I say, listen to your heart, group number 2. Listen to your intuition. Listen to yourself. Pay attention to things. You tend to already know. A lot of you are very intuitive. A lot of you are intuitive. So listen to what you're feeling. If you feel like you're being rushed, it's because you are. If you feel like this person loves you, it's because they do. If you feel like you're falling in love, it's because you are falling in love. If it feels like anything, you are actually on the right track, and you're not hallucinating, you're not overreacting to what you are feeling and sensing, group number 2. So I love that message came in for you. But you know something, with this pile that I have for this group, it looks like a lot of you are protecting your heart out of fear that something bad is going to happen, because that's what you guys been experiencing. So rather than taking the next step in regards to being at the crossroads, you're not going left or right, you're just standing there. And Spirit is saying, make a decision, because whichever path you choose, we will make sure that abundance and a lot of beautiful things are promised to you. But as you walk through this path, group number 2, you have to deal with your inner self, your shadow self, the things that you hear in your head, the things that you speak of that are not happening, negativity. You have to handle that this year. And these are going to be the challenges, because if you allow yourself to slip into these patterns of overthinking, over worrying, projecting, expecting things of people that they cannot give you, then you fall into that vicious cycle again. So that's actually going to be your challenge. And if you recognize people for who they are, and if you just accept everything for what it is, and you believe in what you see, you're not going to experience the heartache that you could have experienced, because you're not making something out to be something that it isn't. So you have to be mindful of protecting your heart chakra. You will know the signs if somebody is just not really for you, and if somebody is for you. So listen to your heart and listen to yourself. And that is a beautiful way of protecting you. And just lean on God's understanding. It's the end of an era, or how you need to see yourself, or how you need to go about this. That needs to begin and end the parts that were holding you back by choosing the same thing or doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's what's going to bring a lot of balance for you, group number 2. So I love this message for you. I hope this message resonated. I hope this message brought you a lot of peace. And just know, group number 2, there's a lot in store for you. Believe and open yourself up and just have faith. Have faith, because you could close doors on yourself if you feel that everyone is kind of out to get you, or everyone is out to play you. And just pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to what they say, what they don't say. Like all of these things. I'm saying all of this because a lot of you are intuitive, and people are going to be who they are, but you're going to be you, and you have to just pay attention to those things to protect your heart. Okay, but don't protect your heart from love that's actually coming in. It's a weird balance. I know that's kind of tricky. It's a weird balance. Like, you can't throw everybody away, but you can't just be open to everybody. You have to pick and choose, and that's where the decision making is going to have to come in. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for sitting with me, and Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you guys had a great beginning of your January, and I love you guys. I will talk to you guys later. We're going to move on to group number 3. Mwah. Bye, guys. Group number 3, last but certainly not least, how are you guys? If you chose the moss agate, this message is for you. How are you guys? How did your new year start? I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are doing okay. we are going to be pulling for group number 3. So this is just going to be an energy check-in on what I'm picking up around you and just the vibes and the messages coming in from your angels and your spirit guides on things you need to know going forward in the year 2022. So I hope these messages speak to you and resonate. And we're going to dive in. We're going to tap in on a little bit of everything, but definitely the energy that jumps out to me the most is what we're going to be focused on. So let's begin. So moss agate is very heart chakra based as well as rose quartz in my opinion, and there's something about this that's very soothing. And it reminds me of when you're in a forest or you're in a lot of greenery and you see soft grass and you see moss growing on the rocks and you just see a lot of earthy energy. So I wouldn't be shocked if you have earth placements, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Wouldn't be shocked if you've also just been in the space of grounding yourself and wanting to feel that serene energy, right? Or this could even be an indication of wanting to live more of a healthier lifestyle if you chose group number 3. So we're just going to see the messages coming in for you guys, and let's see what's in store. We have 2 Akashic record messages. We have the light of the world, so that's the first message that comes through. We also have the 8 of Roses, community. So that's interesting how that shows up. And Archangel Michael is energy healing work, showing up for group number 3. Group number 3, we also have another Archangel Michael, decide to be happy now, okay? The butterfly message is emotions. Interesting. Interesting. Heart chakra energy, just breathe. And then finally we have trust, which is the outside influence of this entire reading. And we are going to be shuffling and pulling some tarot cards to get some more information and clarity on the messages that are being present in front of us. So let's see what's going on for group number 3. Group number 3, you're healing, you're ascending, you're transforming, you're doing shadow work, you're healing from past traumas. A lot of you have decided to seek therapy, or you're thinking about seeking therapy. A lot of you are opening yourself up to any form of reconciliation where there's closure. A lot of you are also in the space of understanding that you may not get closure in a certain situation, but you are going to be seeking that within yourself if, let's say, the other party is too immature or not ready to receive you during this time. There's definitely something here where you are ready to emotionally close this door because you want to take things to another level. I'm hearing the word initiation. A lot of you are growing in your own spiritual beliefs and abilities and things of that sort. A lot of you are reaching higher consciousness. A lot of you, like I said, with the moss agate card, really thinking about going, some of you could be going vegan, some of you just want to eat more fruits and vegetables, some of you could be even juicing is a vibe that I'm receiving for group number 3. Gardening is another thing, or looking into gardening. We're in the winter season, but there's definitely a vibe here of when the spring comes, you will also be blossoming with the spring. So it just feels like the winter season for group number 3. It's definitely going to be very inward, very quiet, a lot of energy healing work, a lot of Reiki, a lot of cutting, a lot of clearing, a lot of cleansing is going to be here, and a vibe for you in at least the first few months of the year, probably like until March. I feel that March is going to be a much better time for you, where you feel ready to come out or ready to apply all that you have learned. So I want to read the first message because I'm just gonna read the messages for the Akashic records. The first 2 cards that shows up, the light of the world. For me, when I look at this intuitively, I'm actually seeing that a lot of you could be meeting a mentor. A lot of you could be going back to school. A lot of you could be taking the time to again learn, grow, practice on your craft. That's a vibe that is here. Now, of course, I know some of you may be thinking, what about my love life? Or what about my career life? What about all of these things? I feel that you're not, some of you are either not fulfilled in your love life, or you understand that there's more work to be done than paying attention to those things. I actually do feel strongly that a lot of you want to just feel just full circle complete. And there's just missing parts of you, or there's things you're not understanding. And I just feel like you guys just want more for yourself. And I'm going to read the Akashic message for the light of the world, which is the first card. It says, though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open your higher self and all its wisdom powers. It is your soul and your eternal being who approaches, but it is up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action and knowing and feeling the wise and the radiant being that you are forever. Through the meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step with every word. So, group number 3, you know something, the world is going to be very loud, actually. It's just going to be very chitter chatter, very just loud. And you want quiet, you want peace, you want serenity, you want to heal. And you can only do that if the space around you is peaceful. And what you're going to be discovering in 2022 is that there is going to be a lot of chaos, there is going to be a lot of hoopla, there is going to be a lot of fear. But I feel that a lot of you is moving in strength. You're moving in believing that everything is going to be okay, and if it isn't, so be it. At least I did the best that I could. A lot of you are introverted by nature, but you're definitely going to be going inward more. Some of you probably deleted your social media. You're deleting a lot of your pictures. You're unfollowing, you're cutting, you're clearing, you're cleansing, you're removing, you are detoxing is what I'm seeing. Health conscious, guys, group number 3, pay attention to your health or do things for your health. Your health could be a factor. I'm even picking up that some of you, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I'm just gonna say it. Some of you could actually be getting surgery. Some of you could be looking into surgery. Some of you may need to get something done that's been like pressing on you, or maybe there's some nervousness around that. Some of you could be wanting to lose weight. You could be wanting to gain weight. You could just be wanting to do more where your body is feeling nourished and restored. So I love this for you. If it means that you have to travel to learn something new, I see that spiritual retreats could also be a theme. So group number 3, you guys are definitely the most spiritual of the bunch. You guys are definitely not really trying to focus on personal relationships with other people, even though that is important. There's something here where you understand that something is happening and it's bigger than myself, and I need to understand what this means, because that's going to take me on my path. That's going to help me understand why certain things are happening. So some of you could be breaking up with someone. Some of you could be walking away from certain things that's just not in alignment with you. You're like, you know what? This is not my cup of tea. This is not it for me. I'm walking away from this. I'm doing what I got to do. And as you do that, you find community, because we even have the 8 of Roses. Now, the 8 of Roses to me is speaking about family. So I do feel like family is going to be a theme for you guys this year. And interesting enough, some of you, I'm seeing health being a focus here and family being necessary. So some of you could even be ready to start a family. You're ready to meet people and date for what am I saying? You guys are ready to date for marriage. You're not trying to date to float around. You're not playing games. Because something about this pile, this group, you guys are serious. You're not fucking around. Excuse my language, but for real, you guys are not playing. You guys are very serious. And you guys are choosing to be happy. You guys are choosing to do for yourself. And you guys are doing your best to choose what's going to give you that 10 of cups, right? So marriage, wanting a baby, wanting to create a baby. A lot of you want to have a baby. A lot of you could even be pregnant. So you're thinking about where life is going or what motherhood or fatherhood means to the both of you. Some of you could even be thinking about adopting. Some of you may even be responsible of your siblings. You could be responsible even of your parents. Maybe they need you right now. They could be battling something and you are going to be that person. A lot of you could be in the medical field as well. That's a vibe that's coming through as well. But definitely a big focus on health is going to be a thing. And we know right now we have everything that's floating around right now is a little bit just kind of chaotic, with everybody kind of catching the flu or catching the you know what. Everything is just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I feel that a lot of you are going to be becoming very health conscious. I'm seeing herbs. Some of you could be getting into herbs and wanting to learn more about remedies. Spell work could be a thing. Creating your own magic could be a thing for you guys as well. So I definitely do see that health is wealth. Or you could be called to please build your immune system. Please get into a more conscious, healthy lifestyle. This doesn't mean you have to go vegan. This doesn't mean that you have to do something extreme. But, you know, veganism, it's just if it's calling to you, right? You do what's best for you. But definitely incorporating more water, more fruits, more vegetables, taking care of your body. There's something going on physically in the body that's out of alignment with group number 3. So this is going to be a hyper focus for a lot of you guys to get back in alignment with your body, with your physical. So that's here. That's coming through for you guys. 8 of Roses is saying this card indicates that it's time to join or rejoin your group, your ashram, your tribe, or your sangha. I don't know what that means. But interesting enough, even this reading right now, we are all collectively together at this. We all come together to receive a message or to receive something that's going to benefit us. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be joining a lot of schools, joining a lot of seminars, going to learn something where it's a community where you guys are all learning from each other. Nobody's like, oh, you're copying me, you bitch, oh my God. I don't feel that for you guys. I feel that this is a community, or you guys are going to be a part of a community, joining book clubs, healing circles, fire circles, retreats. Like I said, there's something that's here where healing, right? Healing and taking care of yourself, it's not going to just be you. Group number 3. Group number 3, it takes a village. It takes a village sometimes to raise a child. Well, really most of the time, help really gets things going. And I just feel that you've been doing the work. You've been doing the work, right? But now you're realizing I need help. So some of you need a reading. Some of you need to get a Reiki session. All of these things are coming through in your reading so strongly. And I'm also seeing for group number 3, this year, you're going to be making new friends. And a lot of you guys are very introverted. But as you ascend and you're doing these things to bring more of what you would like in your life, you're meeting people that have this in mind with you. You're meeting people that also share a similar vision to you. So a lot of you are going to be making new friends, and a lot of you could be meeting someone this year where it's going to be an intimate relationship, because again, as you are reaching alignment, you are going to be meeting people that are also going to be in alignment with you. Because if you're not in alignment, you're around people that don't understand you. They don't get why you love spirituality so much. They don't understand why you love certain genres, or they don't get why you're such a hopeless romantic. But you're going to be meeting people that you're going to be finding your tribe. Oh. Okay. Trigger warning. Some of you could even be a foster child. I just heard that. Some of you are finding your family. There's a vibe here, finding a long lost parent, a long lost sibling, reconnecting with a family member, finding where you belong. Ancestral work is going to be a vibe for you as well. Going into your past to understand why your present is the way that it is, to cultivate the future that you want. Healing your generations. So there's a lot of magic here. There's a lot of deep rooted healing here. There's a lot of that going on, and it's intense. It's very, very heavy, but it's nothing that you guys can't handle. So I will say group number 3, there's a lot of beautiful moments here for you, but there's a lot of difficult moments here for you as well, because this means that as you are digging deep into healing certain parts of yourself, or you're getting answers as to why this happened, there's going to be things that you discover that may be very painful and may be very, oh, damn, that's why it happened, or that's why that's the case, or that's why my mom or my dad, or that's why this was a secret, that's what, You're definitely digging. And what I'm hearing is be careful what you look for, because you're going to find it. Okay? It's kind of like, something's going on with your man, and it's on that phone, and one day you decide to go through the phone and you find it. So I feel that a vibe here too is, as you're searching, know that when you find it, it's either going to bring you a lot of clarity, or it's going to bring some pain there. And that's a message here. So be very mindful of your emotions. Group number 3, and just breathe. Just pay attention. Doing yoga and breathing exercises. Some of you guys could also deal with anxiety. So group number 3, it just feels very deep. Group number 1 and 2 was about getting started or making those decisions. Group number 3, you're definitely going inward. You're definitely trying to figure out why. Now, for group number 3, what's going on with career? We have the 9 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and then the King of Swords. So some of you are getting better opportunities for work. I'm not worried about work. I'm not worried about this for you guys, because again, as you are finding yourself on a deeper level, you are getting in alignment with better opportunities coming your way. I'm even seeing you may even be able to get lucky and go on a trip where all expenses are paid, or you could be going on a trip where you may pay for not as much as you thought you were going to pay for. So that's pretty amazing. A lot of you guys are going to be put in the right place at the right time to have these experiences. But here's the thing. You got the 8 of Cups reverse. It fell on the floor as I was shuffling. You got the 8 of Cups reverse. You have to work towards this, group number 3. You have to take those first steps. Don't stop. Don't get stagnant. Continue to keep going. But you're not running. You go at your own pace so you don't exhaust yourself. So let's see, what are some more messages for shuffling? Connecting with the ancestors of group number 3. They will help you seek these answers that you are looking for, group number 3. But be careful, right? Be mindful and mentally prepare yourself for what you are going to find. I feel that this year you're going to figure it out, the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I see travel for a lot of you, a lot of spiritual retreats. A lot of you guys could be also improving upon your home. You're getting your home. Back of the deck energy is the 3 of Swords, though. So you have to remember, as you grow, as you ascend, I hate to say this, but there's some connections, there's some things you're gonna have to let go of, and that is here in your reading. And it's not to scare you guys, it's not to discourage you guys from continuing on. It's letting you know that as you grow, there are people that cannot walk with you, there are people that cannot join you, there are people that cannot be there at the end of the road with you. The good news is, are you alone really? Because there's such a big sense of community here. What's being removed will be replaced with better connections, with love. Some of you could even be going back to church, going back to your temple, going back to prayer, going back to ancestral work. I feel that. I feel that. A lot of you miss someone. A lot of you miss someone from your past. And I am hearing intuitively that they miss you. But here's my thing. It's not your job to go seeking this person. It's your job to seek all that you need to grow. These people are not going to really help you grow. And here's the thing. If you are on the hunt for finding your family, or finding your calling, or finding what makes you happy, or doing the things that bring joy, whoever this is, they will bump into you because they're in alignment with who you are and where you're going. So that's something that's coming through for group number 3. I love that. And we have the Moon card. Things that are hidden are going to be coming out into the open, out into the surface with you. And then we have the Chariot. A lot of you could be moving, relocating, and finding better opportunities for yourselves. So group number 3, I actually love this energy for you, because by the end of 2022, you will definitely know where you're going. But I feel fertility for group number 3. I feel new relationships, new connections, but releasing a lot of old and releasing a lot of what's not good for you. Even breaking addictions and doing your best to stay on track, doing your best to stay on, just doing your best is what I'm sensing for group number 3. Very deep, a lot of healing, a lot of, I'm seeing a lot of naps, taking a lot of naps, speaking less and doing more is also a message that's coming in for you guys as well. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm not receiving any more messages because everything that needed to be said was said. And I do feel love, though. I do feel a lot of comfort, but I also feel a lot of putting the puzzle pieces together, if you will. So I wonder what that means for you. And if you are going through that, what have you been searching deep within your family? What have you been researching? What are you in search of? Are you trying to go back to school because you want to become a nurse, or do you want to learn more about the occult? Or there's just so much that you guys want to learn. There's so much that you guys want to do. And you're definitely getting rid of people that are like getting in the way of that. Oops, some of you are getting a new pet. I just saw a new puppy, a new kitten, a new animal, a furry friend. This is an animal familiar for you guys. I love this for you. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sitting with me. And just know that you are definitely on the right track. And I love you guys. And have a beautiful rest of your day or evening whenever you are watching this. Mwah. Bye, guys.